Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, my name's Matt. This is my wife, Hannah, and we're from Bristol.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Anna. I'm from Cambridgeshire. This is my boyfriend, Tom, from Birmingham.
And couple number three.
Hi, I'm Nat. This is Joanna, my sister-in-law, and we've come from London and Cambridge.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm JK. I'm from Hainault, and this is my brother-in-law, Steve, and he's from Burgess Hill.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks, all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's 6'7" and constantly asks questions. That's why I never go to the cinema with him anymore. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hiya. In 5 shows now, we've given away 4 jackpots.
I know, well,
it must be a new record even for us.
Crazy.
Got 2 returning pairs today. Neither of them made it through to the head-to-head last time. Tom and Anna, we saw very little of, so we're going to see more of you this time, I suspect, knocked out in the first round. And Nat and Joanna are back as well, sisters-in-law.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, all the questions on today's show have been asked to 100 people before the show. As ever, the aim of the game is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Robin and Mary won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, now the pair with the highest score at the end of this round will be eliminated. Also, do remember there is to be no conferring during the round itself. OK, our first category today is numbers. Numbers. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns numerical values. That's just a posh way of saying numbers, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, numerical values. Richard?
Yeah, we haven't done this sort of round before. We're going to ask you 7 questions on each pass, and the answers to all of the questions are a number. You just got to give us the most obscure of the answers you're going to see up there. There's going to be 14 numbers to guess at home, so very, very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, so we are looking for the numerical values to these clues. And here is our first board. Number of degrees in a circle. Number of minutes in a FIFA football match without added or extra time. Number of shillings in a pre-decimal sterling pound. Number of bones in the normal adult body. Number of millilitres in a litre. Number of pairs of chromosomes in a human body cell. And number of seconds in an hour. I'll read those all one last time. Number of degrees in a circle. Number of minutes in a FIFA football match without added or extra time. Number of shillings in a pre-decimal sterling pound. Number of bones in the normal adult body. Number of millilitres in a litre. Number of pairs of chromosomes in a human body cell. Number of seconds in an hour. There we are. Now, Hannah and Matt, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. Matt, you are the first person ever in the history of Pointless to answer a numerical values round question. How does that feel? What an honour.
It's an honour, but it's terrifying.
It's a burden. It's a burden too. A lot of honours are.
If I get this wrong, I can't go back to work on Monday.
What is that work on Monday?
Police officer.
How did you and Hannah meet?
We met many, many years ago. Hannah used to work in my local curry house. So once a week, 2 times a week, I'd go and get a curry. And this lovely young lady always giving my curry and a free beer and always chat and say hello.
Free beer?
Always got a free beer. I thought, this is someone I want to get to know. And then we just started socialising in the same hockey club. Hannah then joined the police as well, so we started working.
Well, it was either that or she was going to get you to join the curry house.
Absolutely. So, and it was close. Yeah. I would have gone either way.
Yeah, right, there you go. Good for you. Well, brilliant. And now, there we are. Now, look, numbers, numerical values, Matt. Have you had time to digest all those things on the board?
Yes. Yes. I'm going to go for one I think I remember from a long time ago when I was at school. That's the number of bones in a normal adult body. Mm-hmm. And I think, and if I get it wrong, I'll never live it down, is 206. 206
bones in the normal human adult body. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. 206. It's right. Very well done. 6. That's a great answer and a great score, Matt. Very well done.
Very well played, Matt. Great start to the show. Yeah, infants have about 270 bones, but lots of them fused together. So The average adult has 206.
Oh, that's exciting. Thanks very much. Now, then, Tom. So last time, Tom, what happened? It was round 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happens.
You're our new members of the 200 Club.
We are, yeah.
But anyway, listen, we'll put all that behind us. Remind us what you do, Tom.
I work in marketing at the moment.
You work in marketing, and in your spare time, you campaign.
I do work for a campaign group.
Oh, I see. That is the job you do. I see.
Yeah, I work in communications.
Right.
So I write a few blogs and do social media and stuff like that.
OK. We are looking for these numerical values.
Right, I'm going to go for number of seconds in an hour. And I think it's 3,600.
3,600 seconds in an hour, says Tom. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It's absolutely right. Well, 6 is our only score so far, 42 for that. I wonder how long it took people out of their 100 seconds to work that out, but 42 of them did.
Yeah, well played, Tom. That's a surprisingly high score, isn't it? There's some good maths there by the British population.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Nat, welcome back. Now, last time, tell us what happened.
Yeah, we went out on the second round.
Round 2.
Yeah, Great Danes weren't so great for us.
Yeah, the Great Day, they weren't. We had Björk.
Yeah.
Björk as a Dane.
Yeah, I don't think she would have been happy with that, actually.
No, she's been furious.
Yeah, very
Luckily,
angry.
I don't think she'll be watching. It
Björk.
depends. When she's here, she does.
Yeah, she loves it.
She loves a bit of Pointless, but she's touring a lot at the moment, and I don't think right now she'll be watching.
No, she catches up on iPlayer at all times.
You're absolutely right. She
Never
does.
misses an episode.
Anyway, listen, let's get on with the game. We'll come back to Björk later. Numerical values.
Yeah. So I think there's a few on there that I think I know and I could take a guess, but I'm a bit worried about taking a risk at this point. I'm going to say number of degrees in a circle, I think, is 360.
360 degrees in a circle, says Nat. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Well, 42 is... Oh, look at that. 85. Wow. That's a popular answer there. 85.
That is testament to the maths teachers of Britain, I have to say. Very well done.
Thanks. Now, JK, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. What do you do, JK?
Well, I work on the estates department of a university.
Which bit of the university?
Central St Martin's, we do just the reception area and things like that.
OK, well, the College of Art.
Yeah.
Central St Martin's.
Cool,
That's
yeah.
quite fun. It's quite,
Yeah,
quite
oh,
interesting.
yes.
Interesting people on campus, anyway. I
Yeah,
should say.
students.
Yeah. That's them. Yep, that'll be the one. JK, this board is all yours. What are you going to go? Do you want to talk us through it?
Well, I was really frightened of
doing.
doing that last one, so I'm glad I didn't do that bottom one. Number of minutes, it's obviously 90 minutes, 20 shillings in the pound. Millilitres, I want to know, they all tend to go 100. I haven't got a clue about the other one, so I think I'll go for 20 shillings in the pound.
20 shillings in the pound, says JK. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said 20. Well, it's right. 85 was our high score. You passed that. 6 is our current low score. There, 44. Very well done indeed.
Well played, JK. Yeah, when we decimalised, they had to produce 6 billion coins. It's a lot of coins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look through the rest of these. The number of minutes in a football match, obviously, is 90 minutes. I would have scored you 74 points. The number of millilitres in a litre, milli is the clue there, it's 1,000. I would have scored you 73. And the pairs of chromosomes, do you know that?
No.
23. So that would have scored 13. So the best answer up there, Matt, is the number of bones. So very well played.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 6, the best score of that pass. Very well done. Matt, by quite a margin as well. So, Hannah, you're in a very strong position thanks to Matt's answer there. Then up to 42, where we find Tom and Anna. Up to 44, where we find JK and Steve. And then 85, Nat and Joanna. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues up on the board, and here they are. The number of days in a leap year, the maximum number of players on the pitch in a rugby union team, the number of yards between wickets in cricket, the number of wonders of the ancient world, the number of members of Parliament in the UK House of Commons, the number of red and white stripes in the US flag, and the number of holes on a standard golf course. I'll read them one last time. The number of days in a leap year, the maximum number of players on the pitch in a rugby union team, the number of yards between wickets in cricket, the number of wonders of the ancient world, the number of members of Parliament in the UK House of Commons, the number of red and white stripes on the US flag, and the number of holes on a standard golf course. There we are. Now remember, Steve, you are looking for the numerical values to these clues, and obviously you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our people knew. Steve, welcome.
Hello.
What do you do, Steve?
I'm in finance in the NHS.
OK, and from Burgess Hill?
Yes.
Which, of course, is Osman country.
Well, Hayward Heath
Well,
is
Hayward
Osman
Heath,
country.
yeah.
They're fierce rivals.
Of course they are.
Fierce rivals, aren't they?
I can't even look at him.
Yeah, I find. I mean, I'm being very professional at the moment, but Steve will understand. This is difficult for me.
OK, I've just put my foot in it right there, haven't I?
Well,
Burgess
you know,
Hill.
it's
Not- okay.
certain historical things that cannot or will not be forgotten. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, OK, what? Like what?
No, you know what? Should we not?
Okay.
Because Steve and
like
I,
what?
after the show, Steve and I are meeting in the car park for just a proper fist fight.
If it kicks off, then...
It's the only way to deal with it.
OK, well, we've got Matt and Hannah here on hand. You do realise that's why they're brought in. They're not actually... We've given them contestant status. But they
I
are
would
actually
recommend to Matt and Hannah, I don't know what it's like in Bristol, but if you know anything about Hayward Heath against Burgess Hill, I would turn a blind eye if I were you.
here. OK, now, Steve, look, you're the first person to have this wonderful board full of numerical values. There you are on 44. The high scorers, Joanna and Nat, on 85. So 40 or less keeps you in the game.
Yeah, I'm not a good one for me. But I mean, I'll go for the rugby. If it's on the one team, I'll go for 15.
OK, 15, says Steve. 15. There's your red line. If you get below that with 15, you are straight through to round 2. Let's find out. Is it right? How many people said it? Very well done. You are through. Look at that, 29. Good answer. 73 your total, Steve.
That's a very low score, isn't it? The British public doing very well on the maths ones, and the general knowledge ones slightly easier, it would seem. Who's the only player on a rugby union team whose position is named after a number?
Number 8.
Number 8. Well done.
Well, thank you. Hey!
That's okay. Hey.
Brilliant. My first numerical answer. And I got it right.
Yes.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Now then, Joanna. Whew, OK. Now, listen, Joanna, you're a returning pair. We've only got 2 of you. We can't lose you this round. We can't lose you. I mean, contractually, we're not allowed to lose Hannah and Matt because they have to stay on set just to keep the Burgess Hill Haywards Heath thing apart. But yeah, we need a brilliant answer from you here. How good's your numerical value stuff?
I know 2 on there.
OK.
But it's just knowing which one's the better one to go for, really.
It is.
So I'm going to go for the top one, hoping that the people you asked got it wrong. And I'm saying 29 days in a leap year. Oh. Is it a month? The month?
We have to take your first answer. That's why they're called leap years, because they're so fast. The number of days in a leap year, says Joanna, 29. Let's see if... Yeah, well, let's put that to the column. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Joanna. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. I see what's happened there, but we have to take your first answer. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 185.
Yeah, sorry, that's really, really tough luck. That's another thing maths teachers say, though, always read the question. Make sure you read it. But, you know, it happens all the time, that sort of thing. It's really, really, really bad luck.
Thanks very much. Anna. Anna, remind us what you do.
I'm a project manager at the moment.
And in your spare time, what do you do?
Well, I've recently taken up knitting, fairly unsuccessfally, has to be said.
Well, how far have you got?
Well, I made Tom a hat, but he doesn't like it or wear it.
What? Tom, what's wrong with it?
It was more of a balaclava without holes. It's big.
OK, well, holes is presumably the thing you'll learn next. But if a balaclava without a hole, that might make a nice sort of a cosy for a fence post or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Anna, what are you going to go for on this board?
I think I can afford to take a risk, so I'm going to say the members of Parliament in the UK House of Commons, I think it's 240.
240, says Anna. Let's find out if that's right. No red line for you as you're already through. Bad luck. I think it's more than that, but we'll discover. That's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points. Takes your total up to 142.
Yeah, not 240, afraid. I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Thanks very much. Hannah, again, you're through. So listen, you work in the same station as Matt.
No, same city, different station.
Oh, same city, different. Was that
Yeah.
a deliberate decision?
Yeah, I think it's best not to work together.
What do you do when you're not working there?
I'm a fairly fit and outdoorsy person, so anything sporty I enjoy. I also like to run and outdoor pursuits such as sea kayaking as well.
Sea kayaking?
Yes, yeah.
So where do you go and do that?
I've been to Canada, Norway and Croatia sea kayaking.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
OK, now there you are. You're on 6. You're already through to the next round. Do you think you could talk us through all of these answers and then just submit the one you want?
Yes, I'll give it a good go. Number of days in a leap year, 366. Number of yards between wickets in cricket. I mean, cricket is an alien game to me, unfortunately, so it'd be a wild guess of perhaps 8 yards, about that sort of distance that I can think. Number of wonders of the ancient world, I think was 7. Again, members of Parliament would be a stab in the dark of, I don't know, 440. Number of red and white stripes on the US flag. Something in my mind there is saying 13. And finally, holes on a golf course is 18. I'm going to take the guess at the red and white stripes being 13.
OK, 13 red and white stripes on the US flag. Let's find out if that's right. No red stripe for you, as you are already through. But let's see if that's right. It is right. Very well done, Hannah. Good answer. 14. Takes your total up to 20, the lowest total by a long way. Well done.
Well played, Hannah. Terrific work on podium 1 there. Let's go through the rest of these now. Joanna, if it's any consolation, firstly, everybody knew what your thought processes were, but secondly, you would have been knocked out anyway because 366 would have scored you too many points. It would have been 74 points. The number of yards between the wickets in cricket is 22. Would have scored you 17. One of our 100 thought it was 100 yards. Which is, whew. That's a tough game, isn't it?
That would keep you fit, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just? The number of wonders of the ancient world is 7. Well, that aptly scores you 77 points. Now, the number of members of Parliament in the UK House of Commons, you have to keep going up and up and up and up. It's 650 is the answer to that. 5 points that would have scored you. The red and white stripes, you're right. 13 was the number of original North American colonies, so each one represents one of those. And the number of holes on a standard golf course is 18. And it's a big score there, 79 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who'll be heading home with their high score of 185. I'm sorry to say, Joanna and Nat, I didn't want it to be you, but I'm afraid it is. It's a bit of a consolation. At least 366 was also a high scorer there. But I'm so sorry we have to say goodbye to you now. I'm sorry. And our numerical round, our new numerical round, you know, when we launch a round like this, it'd be nice if we didn't have to send anyone home at the end of it. I think as a gesture. But I'm afraid those are the rules. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing, Joanna and Nat. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. So 3 pairs remain. Obviously, at the end of this round, we'll have to say goodbye to another pair, Hannah and Matt. What an exemplary round that was. Very good indeed. Lovely low scoring from you. Steve and JK, not bad at all. Tom and Hannah, quite high. Well, best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is film actors. Film actors. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns on-screen co-stars. On-screen co-stars. Richard.
In a moment, we're going to show you 6 pairs of actors, and we need you to tell us the name of any feature film made for cinema release for which they both starred. So they have to star in it together. As always, no short films, TV films, documentaries, anything like that. Just any feature film in which both of the following pairs starred. So very, very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much. So as Rich has just mentioned, we're going to put 6 pairs of stars on the board. They'll stay up for the whole round, so they'll be up the line and back down the line. We won't be changing them halfway through. Here are our 6 pairings. Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman, George Clooney and Matt Damon, Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, Maggie Smith and Judi Dench, Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine, Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. I'll read those one last time. Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman, George Clooney and Matt Damon, Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, Maggie Smith and Judi Dench, Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine, Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. There we are, 6 pairings. Now then, Hannah, you are going to go first.
I could probably take a good guess at a couple of them, but I'm going to settle for Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow in Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Oh, I like that. Iron Man 2, says Hannah. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Iron Man 2. Is right. Well done. 15, Hannah. Good answer.
Well played, Hannah. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark and Gwyneth Paltrow plays Pepper Potts.
Thanks, Rich. Now, Anna. Anna.
Yeah.
You struggling a bit here?
Yeah. Might know 1 or 2, but I don't know if they're right, but I'm going to guess George Clooney and Matt Damon were in Ocean's 11 together.
OK, Ocean's 11, says Anna. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Ocean's 11. $24. Not bad. Not bad at all for Ocean's 11.
Well played, Anna. Also, Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, all sorts of people in that film.
I really enjoyed that film, actually.
It's a good film, isn't it?
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Steve, we come to you.
OK. I'm going for George Clooney and Matt Damon and Ocean's 12.
OK, Ocean's 12, says Steve. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Ocean's 12. Is right. Well, 24 for Ocean's 11, 20 for Ocean's 12.
Classic pointless tactic there. Yeah, there also stars Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, all sorts of people in that film.
I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah, it's a good film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good film. Thanks, Richard. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 15 once again. Hannah and Matt reigning supreme halfway through the round. That's a good answer, good score there. Then up to 20 where we find Steve and JK. And then 24, Anna and Tom. You're not miles ahead, but Tom, a nice low-scoring answer from you will be helpful. OK, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podiums? OK, now, JK, we are looking for the title of any film that stars any of these pairs of actors.
Right, I'm thinking Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. I'm sure Cary Grant was in it, but I'm going to go for Bringing Up Baby.
Bringing Up Baby, says JK. Steve thinks that's a good idea. There's your red lines, very low. Let's see if Bringing Up Baby can get you down there. Is it right? It is right. That's a good answer, JK. Very well done. 3 we wanted, 3 you got. 23, your total.
Great answer, JK. Very well played. Yeah, Cary Grant ends up looking after Katharine Hepburn's pet leopard baby. Now, that really is a wonderful film.
I haven't seen it.
Have you not?
I'm nodding like I know.
Yeah, you'd like it.
Oh, yeah, I'll look out for it.
Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, all sorts of people in it.
Yeah, I like that film. Now, Tom. Tom, we need a very low score from you. How are you on films?
I'm not too good at Hollywood films, so this isn't perfect.
What sort of films are you good at?
I like foreign cinema. I like British cinema.
OK.
So for Maggie Smith and Judi Dench, I'm going to go for Harry Potter, The Order of the Phoenix.
Harry Potter, The Order of the Phoenix, says Tom. There's no red line for you, Tom, as you're the high scorers, but let's see. Harry Potter, The Order of the Phoenix, is that right? It's right. Three. 27 is your total there, Tom.
Just trying to remember again, Tom, who Judi Dench plays in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Well, I thought it might be Professor Umbridge, and if I'm wrong, then...
No, she's not in it. You got very, very lucky there, because in this round we don't specify you have to get the right films for the right pairs. It's actually Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman are in that film together. So you got very lucky. In the final round, we don't let that happen because it's for money.
Like your style.
Thanks.
Now then, Matt, we have a competition on our hands. We have some proper jeopardy here. You have a target you have to hit. 27 is the high score, Tom and Anna. You're on 15, so 11 or less will get you through.
What I'm hoping is Morgan Freeman played a very small part in the new Batman films. So I'm going to go for Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, says Matt. There's your red line. If you can get below that with Batman Begins, you go through to the head-to-head. Let's find out, is Batman Begins right? How many people said it, if it is? It's right. Is it going to get you down there? Yes, it is. Very well done indeed. 5. Very well done. That's a very close fought round. 20 is your total.
Well played, Matt. Matt and Hannah are very, very good, aren't they, on that
really
on that first podium? Yeah, you could also have 2 of the other Batman films there. You could have The Dark Knight, which would have scored you 3, and The Dark Knight Rises would have scored you 5. They're both in all 3 of those films. I'll take you through the scores by the different pairs. Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. Avengers Assemble was the best answer you could have got there, which would have scored you 6. We already had we had Iron Man 2, but we didn't have Iron Man 3, which would have scored you 14, and the original Iron Man would have scored you 18. Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine, it's the 3 Batman films, or Now You See Me, which would have scored 2 points. Maggie Smith and Judi Dench, Tea with Mussolini, which was a pointless answer. Very well done if you said that. The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel would have scored you 4, and Ladies in Lavender would have scored you 10. Hepburn and Grant, there's another pointless answer there, which is Sylvia Scarlett would have been a pointless answer. 2 points for Holiday, and 2 points also for The Philadelphia Story. George Clooney and Matt Damon, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind was a pointless answer. Good film zone. Syriana, also a pointless answer. We had Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. We didn't have Ocean's 13, which would have scored you 16 points. Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman, they were in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 as well, which was a pointless answer. Very well done if you said that. They were in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, would have scored you 3. Sense and Sensibility would have scored you 3, and Love Actually, the biggest scorer there, with 20.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, I'm afraid, very low score. Your total was only 27, but Tom and Anna, I'm afraid you were the high scorers, so we have to say goodbye to you. Very close, though. Look, 23, 20, 27. It's been great having you on both shows, and I'm sorry we haven't seen nearly enough of you, but it's been great, as I say. Thanks so much for playing, Tom and Anna. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Hannah and Matt. Steve and JK, you're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. Now, we have to decide who's going to play for that jackpot, and to do that, you are now going to go head-to-head. The big difference being, of course, you're now allowed to confer. You can chat before you give your answers, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns Deputy Prime Ministers. Deputy Prime Ministers, Richard.
We're going to show you 5 politicians now who've held the post of Deputy Prime Minister. Can you name the most obscure of these?
OK, let's reveal our 5 politicians, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. OK, there we are, 5 Deputy Prime Ministers. Now, Hannah and Matt, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you will go first.
I only know A and E, the obvious ones. Do you know any of the other ones then? Do you know them?
Can I see what he's called?
Or don't spend any time on it then.
Well, we only know 2, possibly a 3rd, but not well enough to go for it as a guess. So we're going to go with E.
Yeah.
E. And obviously it's mistake, because I'm wrong.
Nick Clegg.
OK, you're going to say Nick Clegg for E. E, Nick Clegg. Now then, Steve and JK. Right. Do you fancy talking us through that board and seeing how many of them you can name?
Well, it's John Prescott's A. E, obviously, and we think
C is Geoffrey Howe.
And that's what we're going to go for.
And that's the one we go for.
OK. C, Geoffrey Howe. C, Geoffrey Howe. So we have Nick Clegg and Geoffrey Howe. Hannah and Matt said Nick Clegg for E. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Nick Clegg. Right. Wow, 71. 71 for Nick Clegg. Steve and JK, you have said C is Geoffrey Howe. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Geoffrey Howe. It's right. And unsurprisingly, that wins you the point. Very well done. 30 for Geoffrey Howe. Which means, Steve and JK, after one round, you are up 1-0.
Yeah, do you think Clegg beat Prescott?
Probably not.
He did, funnily enough, by 1 point. John Prescott would have scored you 70. He's Britain's longest-serving Deputy Prime Minister, John Prescott. 10 years he did the job. Now, we'll go to D first. I know lots of people at home would have got this. He served in the coalition government under Winston Churchill during the war. And it's Clement Attlee. Would have scored you 15 points. And when he became Prime Minister, his Deputy Prime Minister was B. That's Herbert Morrison.
All right.
Much better
Peter
answer. Mandelson's grandfather. 1 point for him. Very well done if you said Herbert Morrison.
That's great hair Herbert Morrison's got there, isn't it? Real proper Tintin quiff.
Yeah. He's very ahead of his time.
Now, here comes your second question. Steve and JK, you will get to answer this one first, but Hannah and Matt, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Best of luck. It concerns iconic...
I honestly had not looked ahead.
Iconic hairstyles.
I really hadn't.
Richard.
We're going to show you 5 names of iconic hairstyles now. We left out alternate letters. Can you fill them in? I'm assuming that Geoffrey Howe isn't in there. If it is, then I've made a terrible error.
Thanks very much, Richard. So let's reveal our 5 hairstyles, and here they come. B blank E blank I blank E, Q blank I blank F, D blank V blank L blank C blank, B blank U blank F blank N blank, M blank L blank E blank, B E I E, Q I F, D V L C, B U F N, M L E. Now then, Steve and JK, you will go first this time.
Quiff for the second one. Buffon, is it? Buffont. Mullet. Mullet, I don't know what to do, mullet, do you?
Right, mullet.
Yeah, mullet.
OK, Steve and JK, what are you going to go for?
We're going to go for the bottom one, mullet.
Mullet, say Steve and JK.
I wished.
Mullet. Mullet. Hannah and Matt, do you want to talk us through the board and fill in the blanks?
Top one, beehive. Second one, quiff. Third one, we're not sure. Fourth one, we thought Buffon, but then we're not too sure of the spelling, so maybe not. So we're going to go with beehive.
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 Beehive. OK, so we have mullet and we have beehive. Oh, no, what's happened? You've
just thought of the third one, I think.
We'll come to you in a second for that. Steve and JK have said mullet. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said mullet. $52. $52 for Steve and JK. Now, Hannah and Matt have gone for beehive. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Oh, but 65. Very well done, Steve and JK. After only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0. Very well done.
Well played, Steve. Well played, JK. Should have gone for Buffon. It's the right answer and scored fewer points. Scored 47 points, Buffon.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Quiff obviously would have done no one any favours at all. It's a big scorer. 89 points for Quiff. Now, Matt, you think you may have got the middle one?
Dovelick.
It's not Dovelick, it's a Devil Lock, which you see on 2 points as well. Lots of US punk bands have them. It's like very, very, very short, apart from one big bit at the front, which comes down or sometimes up in a spike.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Hannah and Matt, our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head. I mean, you have been just extraordinary the whole way through the show. And then you came up against Steve and JK, and obviously our Deputy Prime Minister round and our hairstyle round. And I'm afraid it didn't suit.
No,
it didn't suit.
Just is disaster for us.
Well, listen, the great news for us is we get to see you again. You'll be back next time. We look forward to that very much indeed. Meantime, thanks very much for playing. Hannah and Matt, great contestants. Very well played. But for Steve and JK. It's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Steve and JK. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. So there you are. That's yours. Well, a stealth raid. In you come. You mean business. Right through to the final. 2-0 in the head-to-head. Yeah. Well, as always, you choose your category, and you have 4 options to choose from, and here they are. Roaring Twenties, Artists in the Tate's Collection, The Spice Girls, and Sporting Finals, which this one certainly promises to be.
Well, we ain't going to do Roaring Twenties or
No,
Artists in the Tate's
definitely not the
Collection.
Spice Girls.
No, it comes back to
Sporting Finals,
Sporting Finals.
please.
OK, there we are. They're going to go with Sporting Finals, Richard.
OK, 3 different opportunities for you guys here. Take your answers from any of these 3. We're looking for anyone who ran in the 2012 Olympics men's 100-metre final. We're looking for anyone who played in the FA Cup final in 2013. Or we are looking for any Wimbledon ladies singles finalists since 2000, please. So we're looking for anyone who ran in the 2012 Olympics men's 100 metres, any player in the FA Cup final 2013, including subs, if they came on, and any Wimbledon ladies single finalists since 2000. Very, very best of luck.
OK, now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and to win that jackpot, all you need to do is find just one pointless answer among those 3. Also, just remember, the answers you provide can come from any of those categories. It's entirely up to you. They can all come from the same one, if you like. They could all be FA Cup final. They could all be... or you can spread them across, one from each. Entirely down to you. Are you ready?
Yep.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Well, it's Man City against
Wigan. Yeah, so...
Wigan, Man City players...
and Bartoli was the winner, but she was not very well known, was she?
Yeah, so Bartoli. Yeah,
Maria Bartoli.
Yeah, Bartoli.
Bartoli, I think. So Wigan players.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who come on and scored the winner? Wigan players.
Obviously,
God. Who's the...
What about the men's 100 metres? That was...
Don't know any.
No. So...
Wigan players. Keep thinking.
I am.
Yeah. Man City players then.
Joe Hart, I mean, it's obviously the obvious ones, and...
Someone who came on, might come on as Dzeko might come on as sub, mightn't he?
10 seconds left.
Keep thinking of Wigan. Who's that little Scottish guy? Who's the ones who's gone to Martinez to Everton now?
OK, that's your time up. I now need your 3 answers. What are you going to give me?
Go for Bartoli.
Bartoli in the Wimbledon ladies final. Maria Bartoli. Yeah. And we'll go for Edin Dzeko.
Yeah. For Man City in the...
Edin Dzeko.
And Samir Nasri.
Yeah,
Samir Nasri.
Samir Nasri. OK, all right. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
I think it's a tennis player, probably.
Maybe a lot of people won't remember the tennis player, so we'll go for that, please.
OK, Maria Bartoli we'll put last. Which is your least likely, do you think, to be pointless?
Dzeko, I'd have thought.
Dzeko.
OK, Dzeko we'll put first. OK, we'll just pop those up on the board in that order. And here they are. We have got Edin Dzeko, Samir Nasri, and Maria Bartoli. Now, very best of luck. Your first answer was Edin Dzeko. Remember, only one of these answers has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. JK, what would you do with your share of that? Have you thought about that?
Well, as we're brother-in-laws, we are arranging a holiday with the whole family. We've never been together, the 2 families, so we'll put it towards that.
Well, that'd be nice. Very good. Well, best of luck. 3 good answers up there. So, as I say, yes, Edin Dzeko is your first answer. We were looking in this case for people who played in the FA Cup final 2013. Let's find out if it's pointless. If it is, it will win you £1,000. How many of our 100 people said Edin Dzeko? It's right. That was the first thing it had to be. The second thing it has to be is pointless. Down it goes through the 30s, through the 20s. If this stops at 0, you leave here with £1,000. 9 for Dzeko. That's a great answer. It's a great score. You'd be very happy with 9 in normal gameplay, but I'm afraid in this round we are only interested in pointless answers, and it's not a pointless answer, which means only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Samir Nasri was your next answer, and again, this is another player from the 2013 FA Cup final. Let's find out if it's correct, and if it is, you'll win £1,000. How many of our 100 people said Samir Nasri? Well, again, it's right. Edin Dzeko, your first answer, took us down to 9. Samir Nasri now taking us down through the teens, down into single figures. Passes 9, down it goes 4. Very well done. This is exciting. 2 perfectly good answers there, and better still, you ordered them absolutely correctly.
Hopefully.
So only 1 more chance to win today's jackpot. Please, can this be a pointless answer? OK, your third and final answer, Maria Bartoli. In this case, we were looking for Wimbledon ladies finalists since 2000. OK. It has to be correct, then it has to be pointless for you to win that £1,000. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Maria Bartoli. No!
Wrong first name, probably.
Well, I'm afraid that was an incorrect answer, which means, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. So you don't win today's jackpot of £1,000. That will roll over onto the next show. But it's been great having you on the show. And you do, of course, get to take home a pointless trophy each. So very, very well done.
Thank you very much.
It's Marion Bartley was the name you're looking for. She would have scored you 9 points, though. It was in that amazing final. She had an extraordinary final, and her opponent broke down in tears and all various things. Do you remember the name of the opponent? It was an extraordinary game. No, it was the German girl, Sabine Lisicki, who was a pointless answer. Yeah, she'd have been a pointless answer. A frustrating one, this, because you'll know some of the answers in these categories. The 100 metres, quite a tough one. Well done at home if you said Trandy Martina, the Dutch athlete from Netherlands Antilles, Richard Thompson from Trinidad and Tobago. Usain Bolt would have scored 75, Tyson Gay 15, Asafa Powell 6, Johan Blake and Justin Gatlin 5, and Ryan Bailey 1. Those were the 8 athletes in that. Now, the players in the FA Cup final, all Wigan players, that's what you were looking for. These first 2 both gone to Everton, went with Martinez. Antolin Alcaraz, the defender, and Hol Robles, the goalie. And there's Roger Espinoza. The people you were thinking of, the guy who came on and scored was Ben Watson. He scored 5 points. Wow. And the Scottish guy you were thinking of, James McCarthy, I think is who you're thinking of, he scored 2 points. Let's take a look at these finalists. Sabine Lisicki, who lost to Bartoli, and Vera Zvonareva, who lost to Serena Williams. Other low scorers there. Radwanska would have scored you 1, Kvitova and Hennen would have scored you 2 points. Lindsay Davenport would have scored you 3.
Thanks very much indeed, Rich. Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Steve and JK, but it's been great having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Steve and JK.
Thank you.
Well, sadly, they didn't win the jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.